Hi guys, this is my first ever time trying to do a live on YouTube. I'm very much unfamiliar with what I'm doing at the minute. There you go. Hopefully the camera looks. Hi! I tried to use my laptop to set up the live, but it just wasn't working. Hi guys! Oh hey, there's loads of you online. Hi everyone! Well, to me it shows there's about 7 people. Hi guys, how's everyone doing? If you have any driving related questions, let me know. I've got some time. Smiling on the thumbnail. Oh, thank you. It was so funny. It literally goes, make a thumbnail, and I tried to hold my phone up and it was all blurry, so I had to take it again the second time. It's quite embarrassing. Am I Indian? Yes. If you guys, 322, yeah, okay, well now I can see it. Before it said 7. My nails, don't even get me started, they look ridiculous. I've been peeling them off. Is Safro coming back? Yeah, he'll do a few sessions here and there. Obviously he's not local to where I am, so it won't be regular sessions, but yeah, every so often. How are you guys doing? Do you go live on TikTok? I was thinking about it today, actually, in my lesson, because I did quite a few lessons today. I've had a very long day today. I'm actually really tired. I was thinking of having a nap, but then I got home and got distracted by my phone, started posting on TikTok, and I thought, you know what? I've never done a live on YouTube. Let me try it out. Okay. If I could change one driving rule, what would it be? People that hog these lanes, I just read it there as well. 3-lane dual carriageway motorway, and people just driving in the middle lane when left is empty. It should be mandatory to be on the left. How's everyone doing? I'm trying to read it, but they're kind of moving past really quickly. Are you and your brother off out again? What do you mean? As in for recorded a video? No, I was actually meant to record a video with him back in December last year, but then he got busy and then he was only available, I think, when we did the video back in like June. Can't remember now. Oh hey, thank you, Revazar. Oh my god, there's some background. I was trying to just play some nice soothing music. God knows what happened. I'm gonna have to... Okay, Spotify is just not working with me. If something else changes in the background, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm watching this while... Thanks, Captain Amel. Lovely to hear. Do I speak Hindi? Yes. I speak Punjabi, Hindi, what else? Urdu, because they're very similar. Like, you can speak one, you can speak all of them. That's how it works. But do you guys have any driving related questions? Let me know. We need Jeremy's brother back. Maybe. I don't know when his test is. I'm trying to get hold of him, so let's see. Never know. I think he's away at the minute. Oh god. We need Jeremy's brother back. Okay, you guys. Have I heard of DGN? Yes, of course I have. He does basically the same thing I do, but he started a lot earlier than me. Oh my god, I'm from Mauritius. My god, I don't like how quickly the questions are going up. They're like this. I need to try and get this on my laptop because it would make more sense. Some of the messages, oh my god. Sat Sri Akal, how are you? How's everyone doing? Okay, I have my part 3 coming up next month, and Pearls of Wisdom. Just make sure that you focus on what your pupil's doing wrong. So even though your topic might be junctions, if they're messing up on something, focus on that, get that fixed, and then go back to your topic. Make sure that you see some sort of progress and you're kind of back and forth with the pupil. Just like when you see, whenever I'm kind of doing of my lessons, get the learner's input as to how they feel, what they're doing, what they'd like to practice. Make it client-centered. I might be saying the word wrong, but yeah, you know what I mean. What's my zodiac sign? Pisces. What does that have to do with driving? Guys, give me driving questions. Any tips on roundabouts? Just D. I hear you. Roundabouts, firstly, know exactly where you're going, depending on where your exit is, position accordingly. As you enter the roundabout, approach at a reasonable speed so that you can assess whether or not it's safe and follow the road markings. Once you enter the roundabout, the best thing to do is count your exits out loud. So as soon as you enter, let's suppose you're taking the 3rd exit, as soon as you enter, go in and go, okay, well, that's the 1st, go round, second. When you can see the second one, you want to start checking your mirrors and start to kind of turn the wheel slightly outward so that you can make your way into the left to exit more easily. And yeah, just don't do it don't rush the roundabout itself. But is Erin's test soon? Her test is, I'm not going to tell you exactly when, but it's in a while actually. We've still got about 2 months. So, how's everyone doing? It is, what time is it now? Oh, I've been online for like nearly 6 minutes already. I thought this would be weird, but yeah, I used to do lives before on TikTok mostly. But yeah, it's been a while, so I thought let me see what this is saying. Should I make this a weekly thing? If so, I'm going to do it on my laptop where I can actually see all the questions, because right now they're just kind of buzzing through and it's hard to see them. Am I Indian? Yes. Do you recommend theory before lessons? You can do it side by side. It's best to kind of start revising as you're doing your first few lessons. It's a good idea because it kind of really helps to ingrain everything, because then you're reading about it and then also practicing at the same time. But yeah, if you can get it done before you start your lessons, then definitely. Hi, Amna. Your name's nearly the same as mine, just the N and A the other way around. When's the next video out? The next video will be Sunday, guys. So you guys should know by now, my days that I do the videos is Wednesdays and Sundays, both at 12:30. Yep. For mock test inquiries, guys, you can email me. My email is clearviewdriving1@gmail.com. Put in a little bit about yourself, tell me what your test is and so on. And then we'll go from there, but I do get a lot of inquiries, so apologies if I do not get back to you. Oh God. Take care. Was it hard to... was it? Something about becoming a driving instructor. Was it hard? Yes, the training is a little bit intense at first, but as with anything, with practice, you get better. And I feel like when I first became a driving instructor, I used to think I was great, but obviously with practice, and when I think back to how I was when I first started, I'm like, oh my God, I was such a little baby. But yeah, I'm learning every day still. So yeah. My girlfriend also looks what? Like you? Thanks, I'm glad. I didn't really know what to say with that one. So does this live just come up on your guys' YouTube as you're scrolling on the shorts? Is that where it pops up? Because I don't think I've seen lives on YouTube before, because yeah. I was trying to do this on my laptop, like I said, just didn't want to work with me. Oh yes, brilliant. I did not pass first time. I passed second time. I think I've told you guys the story before, but I'll tell you anyways. So on my first driving test when I was 17, I failed miserably. When I say miserably, I failed miserably. You know how you guys see the little serious, dangerous? Guess how many faults I had? I had 2 dangerous mistakes, 3 serious mistakes, and then a few minors, to the point where the instructor, I feel like I gave him a bit of a fright. I feel bad up until today, because I remember he was being really nice at the end. He was trying not to dishearten me, because obviously the last thing he wants to do is scare me that my driving's really bad and I shouldn't be on the road and then I don't want to drive again. But I learned from that test. It felt like a mock test for me, so I kind of realized, oh shoot, I really need to work on these faults and really need to drive. Yes, too dangerous. It was probably a bit more, but like, yeah, I was bad when I did my first test. And then after some practice, went back and did my second test. I think maybe about 2-3 weeks, maybe about 3 weeks later, I did my second test and I passed with 2 minor mistakes. I was surprised I passed that time. But my mistakes are one of them was the question, and one was probably to do with progress, like kind of getting up to speed was a little bit slow at first. But yeah. What do I recommend for a first car? Dave, I've got a post on my Instagram where I've linked like recommendations for first car, like new drivers. I'm going to try and make that into a post by itself, and I'm going to write new car. I'm going to do that after this live finishes so that you can kind of get to it much more easily. It's in the highlights on my Instagram, which is Clearview Driving. I passed 2 weeks ago. I appreciate you and your videos. Thank you. Well done. EFCA Hub. Sorry, it went EAFC. It went so quickly. I'm from Bangladesh, but I want to learn something driving. Okay. Thank you, guys. I don't like how quickly this goes up. It just keeps... Ah! What are you, 33? No, guys, I'm 32. But yeah, same difference, really. Where did I take my test at 17? I passed in Hayes. But you know what? About 6, maybe 7 years ago, they closed that test centre. And you know that cherry roundabout, the burger roundabout that I call, that you guys must have seen me post about recently? That's that was part of Hayes Test Centre route before. But yeah, sadly Hayes Test Centre is now closed. It was by far like the best test centre, my favourite. But yeah, and all the examiners from there got moved over to like Yedding, I think, and then other places. But yeah. Where am I based? I'm based in West London, guys. Why was Hayes closed? I think it was to do with their rent, their lease was up, something like that. How do you get learner's insurance? Just have a little look online at comparison websites and look at putting your parents on the insurance and see if it makes a difference, siblings. And then consider getting a black box, because that honestly makes a massive difference to your insurance. But only get a black box if it kind of suits your lifestyle, because if you're going like with getting a black box, there's benefits, but I feel like there's also some issues as well. So with sometimes with getting a black box, they'll say you don't want to be driving after, say, 10 o'clock. So if you tell them no, you're not going to be driving after 10, but now all of a sudden you are going out and you're driving after 10 p.m, then it's going to affect your insurance, and then you have to pay a premium. It's just, yeah, you have to really read into the terms and conditions and make sure that you stick to what you've told them. So yeah, it can be a bit annoying, especially if it restricts the times that you're going to be driving and stuff, and because it really monitors when you're starting your engine, when you're parking up, where your car is, if it's not parked outside the house, and so on. So there's loads of factors to it. Has your car ever broken down? No, I've never broken down. Not on a motorway, not on a dual carriageway, not on the side of the road. I've busted a few tyres here and there, and then kind of, yeah, had to change the tyre. I don't think I changed it myself, or just drove on it for that little bit. I'm not saying it was busted completely, but obviously the tyre was nearly flat and then had to drive it. How old do you have to be to learn to be an instructor? You have to be over 21 and have 3 years of driving experience. Have you ever crashed during lessons? Yes, I have. Okay, the last time I crashed on a driving lesson was 2021. It was coming out of a Tesco's car park, doing like a left turn, and it was clear to go. As the learner went to go, they lifted up the clutch a bit too fast because they're a fairly new driver, and as they've done that, the vehicle behind has gone plow into the back of the car, back bumper's completely gone. So yeah, most times, not even most times, every time that I've had an accident over the last 10 years, it's always been rear end collision where the back bumper's been hit, and it's always been the other person's fault. Please say something in Hindi. Was it a write-off? No, I've never. None of my cars have ever been write-off with learner drivers. It's always been like the back bumper's been changed or some work's needed to be done. My first car that I had as a... Okay, I lied. My first car, it was a write-off after like a year and a bit of driving, but that's my own fault, because I think I told you guys before, you know how you make those right turns and you wait in the middle? I always tell my learners now, do not move until you completely know 110% that it's clear. So I was waiting to make a right turn, and this particular junction, it is a near side turn, but everyone in front of me went and did an offside position, and I was like, wait, why are they positioning like that? That's wrong. But I did the same thing, but now I'm waiting in the middle of a junction like this, kind of diagonal, with a bus blocking my view, and I'm completely oblivious to the road in front and I can't see it. And instead of just sitting tight, I kind of edged forward just to kind of see past the bus, and as soon as I've done that, a big Range Rover comes at me. I'm spun 180, the car's like completely gone, my VW Golf. Yeah, and then had it towed away, bought it after a few weeks, paid loads of money, and then I ended up swapping the car for a laptop. But you know what, we're not going to get into the details of what happened, because yeah, that was quite painful. But yeah, that's the only of a major sort of collision that I've had, and that was when I was 19 at the time. Have my test on Tuesday. Nerves. take a few deep breaths and try and take it one road at a time. It will make life a lot easier. Instead of thinking of this whole test for 40 minutes, just think of that one road and run through your routine. Mirrors, signal, braking. Think about when your clutch is going down. Think about whether you're stopping or if you're using first gear, and then go again. And then do the same for the next road. Before you know it, the test is over. I'm 15 and I've got my provisional. Am I allowed to drive? No, you have to be 17 legally to drive on the roads. Before that, you can drive on private land with family and all the rest of it, but I don't know any places where you'd be able to do that, really. I'm trying to read the questions. What's the difference between India and driving tests in the UK? I don't know if there's any driving tests in India that I know of. Previously, I didn't think they did tests, but honestly, I might be wrong, so I can't say. Why? Why did you switch it for a laptop? Well, it wasn't a personal choice. I just didn't know what to do with the car. The car was on the driveway and none of my family members wanted to help me out in terms of getting rid of the car. And one of my work colleagues at the time, Mikhail from Poland, he was like, Amen, I like your car. I'll take it off your hands. And he was like, I've got a laptop. And I was like, sure, let's do this. So that's kind of how the trade started. And then he took the car back to Poland, got it fixed, and probably still uses it because it was a good car. And me being 19 at the time, I did not deserve that car. It was a very good car. But yeah. Why did I choose a Mercedes A-Class? So my first learner car that I taught in was a Nissan Micra Red. I think it was like a 1.5 diesel. Absolutely love the car. That was called the Bubble. That's the only car that's ever had a name. And I had that car for about 2.5 years. And it was great. I absolutely love that car. Had nothing wrong with it. But then this is now 2014 and I was like, oh, I want to get a brand new car. And I've always wanted to get an Audi A3, so I went and got myself a brand new Audi A3, got everything that I wanted in it, got my registration, the private reg. And I had the Audi A3 for about maybe 3.5 years, maybe 4 years, I can't remember. Yeah, so I had that for about 3-4 years, used that for lessons as well. And then when that was done, because now it needed work, like a brand new car after having it for 3-4 years, it was not in a good state. It needed loads of work done to it. As in, like, cosmetically outside looked great, but inside I think it needed loads of work done. And it was going to be too costly to try and fix it because something or the other kept going wrong. And then I got this car. Now I've had my Mercedes for about 5 years actually in August, so 5 years. And touch wood, it's done me good. It's not given me any trouble. After about a year of having it, I did have the clutch and flywheel change, which was quite surprising. But since then, it's had no trouble besides kind of like your service and MOT. So just regular. What's my next car? I'm contemplating whether I just want to get an upgrade because I like this car and it's, you know, honestly, it's been great. Or if I want to go back to an Audi because I really like how they look on the outside and I like the drive. I just don't love the interior on the Audis. That's my only concern. And obviously the fact that it gave me a lot of trouble near the end, I'm a bit reluctant to go back. But yeah, for a new driver, I wouldn't recommend these kind of cars because obviously it's quite expensive. For new drivers, something like a Ford Fiesta, a Corsa, Polo. Seats are really good actually. Seat Leon is a little bit bigger, but Seat Ibiza, the same as like a Polo, but much, much cheaper. And the drive's actually quite smooth on them as well. Tesla Model 3. I really don't know much about Teslas, guys, so I can't say anything. Who's your life partner? Nobody. My girlfriend something. What do you think about driving in India now? It's definitely improving the standards and stuff, but I'm talking about there are some places where they're quite strict on rules, like Chandigarh. They are really quite strict on people going in and out the area and regulations and stuff, but it's going to take time for that to kind of work its way around the country. But yeah, my other also, oh yeah, saw the mole in your hand, same places. What, that one? Right there. Yeah, apparently it's supposed to be good, but yeah. I like Juvenile. Nice one, Amer. Oh my god. Can you guys not repeat the same question over and over and over? Because I'm struggling to read any of them. Do you know where I can get cheap insurance? Just look for comparison websites and don't try and get insurance for like tomorrow or the week after. Try and get insurance for like 2-3 weeks ahead, because it's cheaper. Because when they know that you're looking to get your insurance policy started today or tomorrow, then you're gonna be paying a premium. So try and start, like, look for the policy in advance. It's like booking a holiday. When you try and book a holiday, if it's booked in advance, you're gonna find it cheaper. So yeah, try and look to book kind of in advance. Tips on 3 Land Road. I don't know what that means. Wear your glasses. I mean, my glasses are these crazy blue light ones, okay, which are no good. Here you go, I'll show you. They're no good because everyone said they're a scam. I went and got my eyes tested this week on Tuesday, and they said my vision's really great in terms of like far sight for near. What was it they said? I think I mentioned it on my stories. It's basically the iris. Oh, thank you, somebody. Oh, thank you to Alf Deutsch. I hope I said that right. They said that I've got, you know, when you, okay, basically, because I'm using the laptop all the time and on my phone and posting and stuff, when I'm using the screens like this, it's better for me to wear glasses. So I've now got glasses, which I have to pick up on Tuesday, but only for reading and using my laptop, and probably for my phone like this if I ever go live. Not for driving. So I'm glad I don't need glasses, because I don't like the idea of wearing glasses. But I need to start wearing sunglasses when I'm actually driving and teaching, because honestly, I'm getting migraines from how bright it is. Like today, it was so bright. As much as I love it, it was just too bright. Oh, thank you. I can't say it. Swedi Sepulveda. I hope I said that right. I'm so sorry if I didn't. How old am I? I am 32. Thank you. Thank you, chicken sandwich. I'll go get myself a chicken sandwich. I actually went to Wagamama's today, and I was really hungry, so I ended up over ordering, as you do. So I had like some calamari, which is usually quite nice. Today I didn't love it, sadly, but it was still nice. Then I had these beef, what they called, bao buns. Oh, they're amazing. If you guys ever go to Wagamama, try their steamed buns, the beef ones. They're beautiful. They also have like pork, and they also have vegetarian, like aubergine ones if you are vegetarian. And I've tried all of them. They're really nice, but the beef ones are definitely my favorite, like with nice sriracha. And for my mains, I got some teriyaki soba steak. But again, because I ordered all the other things, I didn't finish it, so now that's my leftovers for dinner. So yeah, thank you. I am Hussein Mahmood. See, that was easy. Because it's an Asian name, not so bad. Should instructors charge less if they're using students' car for lessons? With that one, it depends. See, they're charging you for their time. The benefit is it's not their fuel, so yes, if it's like a regular thing, then you can speak to your instructor about this if they're just doing lessons in your own car, because now they're not having to pay fuel for the time, but then they're still traveling to you to get in your car and then back, so there's still that part of it. But I've never done regular lessons like that. I can't remember for a while, actually. I haven't really done regular lessons with someone in their own car. Most times they want to do like one lesson in my car, and yeah, and then get used to their own car and then come back into my car again, because most times they just prefer being in the learner car, because there's just like nice features that just help with the driving. Pop chat in slow mode makes it easier. How do I do that? I'm really new to this. 1 second. I'm trying to figure this out, because this is very new to me, and it only just... Any collabs with UK creators? I think I've done a few, like TikTok people. Anyone that reaches out to me, if and whenever I've got time, I try and collaborate with them. And even just like learners, I like to just do like lessons or mock tests for any random learners if and whenever I have time. I don't know how to put it on slow, because you mentioned it and now it's got me thinking, what kind of A-class? It's a 180D, yes. I think it's the executive model. So it looks like the AMG, it's got all of the kind of spec, but it's not AMG, kind of like the actual, oh yeah, I don't know the difference, but that's what people keep telling me, so I'm going on that. Click edit customization. Whiz edit, I I have the one that can spin the camera around so you can see the room. Then I have the one that looks like a chat. Then I have the magic wand looking thing. And then I have the little dots, 3 dots. But when I click on the 3 dots, I can save highlights, I can share, and I can mute microphone, or I can cancel. So there's no edit. Salik Sheikh, thank you. Love your videos from Wales, Cardiff. Thank you, Salima Begum. I'm glad that the videos are useful. Honestly, I love reading the comments from you guys. I'm really sorry if I don't kind of respond to you, because I am inundated with the kind of number of messages that come through. It's just way too many, and I'm trying to stay on top of it, and it's really difficult, but I truly appreciate you guys, so thank you. What did that say? The blue one? Russian Thanok 10. Thank you. What is that? What is that number 1? I'm really new to this live thing, so I hope I'm doing all right. How much does Pass Plus reduce insurance by? With that one, okay, I really don't feel that it reduces your insurance premium as such. I feel like it's great for you if you intend on actually driving on motorways. So if you've just newly got your license, or you're getting your license soon, and you plan on driving on motorways or doing any sort of long distance journeys, it is a good idea to do Pass Plus and get that extra experience, or just try and get some motorway practice with your instructor, just so that you really build up that confidence to get on motorways. Because a lot of drivers, if they've not had that experience of going on the motorway, they're then scared of driving on the motorway, and then they put it off for a few years, and before you know it, you've never been on the motorway and you had your license for like 5 to 10 years. So definitely get that practice. So that's what the Pass Plus is actually really good for. In terms of insurance, I personally don't feel like it makes a difference, because it's one of those, like, when it comes to getting your insurance quote, if you're getting your insurance quote and you kind of click the box that you have done Pass Plus, click it, see what quote you get, and if you go back in and then you click it again, so it, like, say you haven't done Pass Plus, the quote's the exact same. So I really don't think it makes a difference, but it is great in terms of practicing on the road, so do it just to get the practice. In terms of insurance, don't think it makes a difference. Clash of Fire, hi. Best first car. Alicia, I'm going to put up a post on my Instagram. I've already got it on there, but it's in the highlights, so I'm going to make a separate highlight of that particular post, which will say new car, kind of like learn a car, new drive it. My brain, I'm having a bit of a brain fog. Give me a second, guys. New car ideas, that's what I'll name it. New car ideas, and I'm going to put that on the highlights on my Instagram, and I'll do that as soon as this live is done, okay? We want a video of you driving in India. Okay, Annie, that will definitely be happening, because you know what? There's like 3 different weddings coming up. Don't look on my nails, they're really bad because I've been picking at them. And this side, it's even worse. I've bruised my nail. You can't even see it because it's green and my nail varnish is green. But where was I saying? So yeah, India, what's happening is, in December there's a wedding, so I said I might go, but I don't think I'll be able to go, because there's another 2 weddings back in Feb. So I'll be going in Feb, and when I go out there in Feb, I will get some content out there. But this time I want to travel around India and different places, because we normally just go to like North India to Punjab, which is where my family's from, but I plan on actually traveling different places in India. It'll be a bit difficult because of the weddings, but I'll try to as much as I can. What's my dream car? I've said this before, I do not have very big dreams. My dream car was also always like an Audi A3, but yeah, now probably like an S-Line, S3, or an A45, but in yellow. Definitely that one. So exactly what I have, but a larger engine size and yellow. You know that nice yellow that you get in those Mercedes? I don't know the name of it. George did tell me the name of it, but I forgot the name of it. But yeah, that yellow, absolutely amazing. Thank you, Jeneth FF, thank you. Will you bring Simon back for another video to see how she's getting on? Yes, definitely. The funny thing is, Simon actually messaged me a few days ago, probably about a week ago, and she was like, "Oh, hey, Ahmed, I want to do another video." So definitely, Simon will be back. I was thinking of actually doing like a drive with her next week, because I know after that kids are back at school. So maybe next week or the week after. Hey, Patrick, how are you? before you go India. India's going to be in a while, so I've got loads of time. But yeah, definitely we'll be doing another video with Sima. I had 2 video ideas with Sima. Firstly, she's got her own car, so it'll be nice to kind of get a drive with her in her car and me saying nothing, just kind of see how she's getting on. But I know that there are some things that she does want to go through, because her general drive at the minute, it's been very close to home, so kind of the roads that she knows and kind of drives around. But I know she does want to practice on bigger roads, like roads we've done in the past, but she hasn't quite got the courage to go out on her own yet, so definitely go through that. Another idea that I had, which is what I mentioned to her in the past, is actually 2. The main one was to go into central London, kind of drive in her car, but take her to like into the city, because she really wanted to do that. Knightsbridge and all the rest of it, Mayfair, kind of drive around those nice fancy roads. But you know what? Driving in central London is not for the faint-hearted. It is not easy. So that will be a challenge, especially if it's on a really busy day. Hi, how are you? Hey Reggie, I'm really good, thank you. I have a tendency to talk really, really fast, so I'm trying not to, and I'm trying to take a deep breath every so often, but I know I keep doing it. Oh. I'm trying to read the questions, but they're going fast. My test is next Friday. Any advice? Ahmed, you need to make sure you drive safely. This whole test is not about you driving perfect. Just try and drive safe and see how you get on. Try and do it one road at a time, which is what I said to someone earlier. Try not to think of it as a 40-minute drive or a half-an-hour drive. Just deal with what's right in front of you. Drive according to the road and traffic condition. Don't always try and aim for the speed limit, but drive safely. Yep, manual cars for the 1337. I don't know what that means. Hey Amin, love from India. Hi. I suggest a new series, challenge people, celebrities. Oh my god, this is going up. Who have a license more than 5 years, do a mock test, pass if they win a prize. What would the prize be, Sigma? What are we doing for their prize? We've got to think of a prize if we're going to start inviting these people on to do these videos. Hi, I'm from Liverpool. Hi Jay, how are you doing? Nadeem, don't drive safe, cut off. I'm not gonna be listening to that. That's a really bad bit of advice there, Nadeem. Hi Skinner, how are you doing? Patrick, it's gonna be it's going really fast, I don't like it. It's funny because I was so tired before I came on this live. I'm literally just like mindlessly scrolling on TikTok because I had to make a few posts out, and I did that. Thank you, Joel. G, thank you. How much? I've just realised that there's actually messages underneath this. Oh, let me read the message. Okay, how much driving experience should I have before getting a fun or hobbyist type of car? You want to be a very proactive driver before you go out and get yourself a nice car. You want to be so aware of your surroundings that even if someone's being really silly, you've seen them, you've been aware of them for a while before something's even gone on. So I'd say a few years at least, like 2-3 years, depending on what kind of car you intend on getting. So if it's just like a fairly decent car, a year will be fine. But if you intend on getting like a fancier car, I would hold off for at least 2 years, 3 years. Yeah, because my first car was the VW Golf, the 1.9 TDI. I had that for a whole year before I crashed it. Then I didn't have a car for a year. After that, I got a Peugeot 206, which I had for 2 years. And again, really crappy car. It was so funny because this car had its little quirks, because it had, you know, like on top of the actual windscreen, the front windscreen, there was like this little rubber part which was attached to like the driver's side, but that rubber part was loose, so it was kind of like lifted, and then it was just, when I start driving, as soon as I go above like 30, that rubber part would come off and then hit the roof of the car. So as I'm driving, you hear a tap, 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 and then the faster you're going, the faster it's tapping. And then when you finish the drive and you park up, you kind of get the rubber and you kind of stick it back in. And it was like that for quite some time before I realised I just needed to super glue it back into place. And then I did that. So yeah. Hey, here's to show some support. It's been kind of a fan for a channel. Let me read that slowly because I'm reading too quickly. I have been a fan of your channel for a while now. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Positive World. I've just realised I can click on the messages. Thank you for that. Thank you. Yeah, and then that was, so after the Peugeot, which I had for 2 years, then I got the Nissan Micra. So by the time I got my Audi, which I would say is the most expensive car that I've had for a while, I had already been driving for I had my license for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6.5 years or so. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you so much. Hi from Sri Lanka. Hi there, Praveen. How you doing? I can't read that. Please visit Uttar Pradesh. Is that north of India? I'd have to look that up on a map actually. My car. How are you so beautiful? Thank you, Joe, but it's funny because I've never thought that. Thank you, guys. How do you get used to driving a new car? Whenever I get into a new car, it feels weird, it feels different, it feels bigger, so you just have to kind of slowly work your way into it. Just like when you first started learning to drive, you have to just get acquainted to the size of the vehicle, to kind of the sides of how close you can get to stuff, but gradually work your way up. Don't go into meeting situations really quickly. The smaller the gap that you're going through, the slower you want to be taking it. And over time you'll get used to the size of the vehicle. It's like me, if I go into someone else's car, like my cousin's car for example, it would feel really weird. I would just drive that little bit slower, just give myself a bit more time with meetings, going around vehicles. Anything I'm unsure about, I'm going to take my time because I'm not used to the size of that car. Audi is going and she'll, okay, I'm not going to read that one. Nadeem. How many hours of practice do I need before driving test average? Around 40 hours from a complete beginner, I'd say, before you get to a really good standard, near enough test. But if you're getting practice outside of that, that'll be great. So the average is actually 45 hours of driving lessons and 22 hours outside of this. So 22 hours with family, which actually sounds like a lot, but you know what? The more practice you get, the better driver you're going to be when you're actually driving on your own. Speak Hindi. Mujhe Hindi mein baat karni aati hai, but that's basically about it. I can speak Hindi, I'd say I can speak Hindi all right, but it starts to sound like Urdu and it starts to sound like Punjabi because they're all very similar. Why do driving instructors in Europe have dual accelerator as well as clutch and brake pedals, but in England it's just the brake and clutch? I don't know. I was talking about that today and I made a post about it and I thought it was really weird because personally I would feel really weird about having an accelerator. I understand I'm not really going to be using it, only using it for like kind of excruciating circumstances, but I would say I would never take my learner into those kind of circumstances where I need to press the accelerator. So if it's like them going too slow on a dual carriageway, I wouldn't take them on that dual carriageway if I know that they're not going to be fast enough. I'd rather stick to the smaller roads until they get confident, or drive at a time that there's less traffic, that they're not worried about other people. Thank you again, Patrick, for a super good learner. Maybe you can do the London Monopoly board. Just a suggestion, by the way. Is it really weird to drive another car? Indeed it is, yeah. The Monopoly board as in like driving different places, is that what you mean by that, Patrick? Definitely a good idea. It's quite funny when you drive into London, you have to really know the roads, otherwise you get stranded and you go in these one-way systems. Before you know it, you're down, like you're just stuck on the main roads, or you're on like a one-way road that loops you back. You have to really know the area. So these black cab drivers, they're great because they know the area inside out. They know exactly how to get to one place to another, whereas me, I'm just sticking to the main roads, sticking to the roads that I know. Sasrikal from Glasgow, thank you. Hey there, StewTube, how you doing? Oh, I can pin comments. I've just realised I can probably have moderators, right? Let me see. Pin, remove, put user in timeout, hide user, add as a moderator. I found it how to do it. I'm learning. Okay, well, I have been online now for 40 minutes and that is a long time. So can you add mods? Yes, I can. I just realised. Yo, how you doing? Don't mind being mod. I'm gonna hold off of mods until next time, just because I don't know who's who at the minute and there's loads of names popping up and I'm trying to remember the ones that I've seen before, and it's a bit difficult because it's on my phone, and on my laptop it's a lot better, but on my laptop it just wasn't corresponding with me. Would it look the same if I was to do this on my laptop? Would it still be portrait or would it now be landscape? Have you guys ever seen lives where it's kind of sideways? Or am I just being weird? Okay, yeah. I tried to. It was telling me to download Chrome, and then I tried to download Chrome, and then it wasn't doing anything. So yeah. Portrait, landscape, portrait. It is in landscape. Okay, I get it. It would make sense that it would be in landscape if you're going to use your laptop, whereas on your phone it's going to be in portrait mode. Hello from Tunisia. Hello there. How you doing? What time is it? What time is it here actually? Because my phone doesn't tell me right now. Guys, what's the time? I don't have any. Yeah, I can see my vision going a bit blurry now because I've been using this screen and it's very bright. 6:51. Thank you. So it's 18:51. There you go. Thank you, Asu, for telling me 24 hours because that's how I understand time. It's crazy people using normal 12 hours. You have to say it in military. It's so funny. Americans say it's military time, but we don't see it as that. I'm going to be doing intensive driving. What do you think? Intensive driving is not for everyone, so just make sure that you're giving yourself enough time to process the information in between your lessons, because sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming. It depends on the location, it depends on kind of how many hours you're doing together, but try and make sure that you think about what it is you're going to be doing. Don't try and rush to do it. Really understand what you're going to be doing, and then it's going to be a lot easier. But yeah, have little breaks in between as well, like 15 minutes here and there. Just a reminder to make sure whoever you are, whoever you are to moderate, do you think don't abuse their power and ensure their duties? Yes, no, definitely. That's why I didn't want to add any moderators right now, because I don't know who is who, and if I... Oh look, there you go. Some of the thank you, Sportmaster. Some of the moderators from the premiere are on here, so thank you. Ah. So that'll be cool. I've been struggling to keep up with the chat, but yeah, I will definitely add some more moderators in. So on the Sunday premiere that I do, if you guys turn up on there, I'll add a few more moderators. Anyone that you guys suggest, any of the regulars suggest. Shall I get a scooter? I don't like scooters. It's not a good idea. But yes, guys, I am going to be turning this off now because I have been online for like 40 minutes, and that is a very long time. Yeah, I actually need to do some work. It's a Friday night, but I'll be doing some more work. But yeah, hope you guys have a lovely Friday night. Get to chill out as well. I'll probably do a little bit of work and then just chill out because work tomorrow morning is at 9 o'clock, so I've got plenty of time. But hope you all have a lovely Friday, and I will try to do this again next week. Should we make it a Friday thing? Because, you know, I don't like to go out because going out is not for me. Do I have a dog? No, I don't have any pets. I have loads of plants though. I'll show you. I'll show you one of them. This is Bean. You'll never believe it. When I got this plant, he was tiny. And now he's had loads of babies. Let me show you one of his babies. He's had lots of them where I've had to actually give them out to other people. So I'll show you. That's 2 of his babies. I just pinched them off the side and just put them in. There was another two that are the same size as him, but I had to give them to neighbours. And then this one, that's his 2 little twins. And there's another one, and this one's just in water. I have lots of plant babies, if that's what you want to know. But yeah, I will be doing more on my personal channel, and I will be posting more regularly on that one, kind of day in the life and actually house tour and everything else. But that will be very, very soon, not right now. Thank you for holding that for me, guys. Bye for now. Hope you have a lovely Friday. Let me take a screenshot. Hey! Just to say that I was actually live. Bye!